My friend Wandale Pringle also passed away next week due to heart failure.
Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Sorry about the hiatus, guys. I'm still busy with another project at the moment. It's very ambitious too. Before I start off this video, I want to thank you all so much for supporting me over the years. I can't believe that these silly videos of me cosplaying one of the most obscure video game characters of all time would lead to me getting a decent following on the internet. Also, over 500 subs? That's insane. I know, it sounds really corny, but as a kid, I've always dreamed of having a YouTube channel, and that dream finally happened. I've met so many wonderful and creative people on the internet, and some have even become my closest pals. You know who you are if you're watching this. Anyways, on the 22nd, I wanted to do my first live stream for my channel's 3rd anniversary, as stated in my community post, but then it didn't work out! So I had to cancel it. Because of that, I'm going to be going down the route of a Q&A session. If this goes well, I may even consider doing more of these in the future. I'd also like to give a shout out to that massive project that I said I was working on at the beginning of the video. I'm a member of a team working on an Undertale AU called Undertale Yellow Halloween Hack, which combines Undertale Yellow and Undertale Halloween Hack. Episode 1 was released in early August, and I filmed the entire 1 hour long pilot. A lot of people are working hard on this, so if you're a fan of stuff like Undertale or Undertale Yellow or the Halloween Hack and Varric stuff, or just want to support me in general because you like my content, please check this out. We are all very proud of the pilot and are working hard on episode 2 as I record this right now. With that aside, it's time to get into the main video since I really owe it to you guys. Please enjoy. How did you find out about Brandish? Was it through the Halloween Hack? And what about it made you like it so much? I found out about Brandish through the most common way, which was through the Earthbound Halloween Hack. I had first truly gotten into Undertale in 2019 when Sans was debuted as a Mii Gunner costume in Smash Ultimate. From there I dug deeper into Undertale and became more of a fan and stumbled across the Sans' Nest theory by MatPat. When he mentioned the Halloween Hack and how it had the first version of Megalovania, my interest piqued. I began to research the Halloween Hack, and that story in itself piqued my curiosity as well. Eventually, I began to take a liking to Varric's character too. There was something really cool about how he was just this bounty hunter that had really sick armor and a sword. He was unique compared to the rest of the characters in the story of the Halloween Hack, since Varric is a medieval guy. I think another reason why I like his character so much is that Varric is usually always portrayed as a loner. And while I'm not completely lonely, I can sympathize with that feeling of being just kind of forgotten about. Anyways, since I really took a liking to Varric's character, I wanted to know more about him, and boy, was I in for a real treat for his story and character in his own series. While I do feel that the Halloween Hack explored Varric's character a bit more than in Brandish, Brandish still has a really fun and underrated story that I am proud to be a fan of. Plus, who wouldn't like a bounty hunter with a sword that can destroy planets? Did you have any version of the Varric cosplay pre-YouTube channel, and if so, what did they look like? I do actually. They are very old, and well, I'm not so sure if I'm really fond of how I look in some of the old images. Back then, I didn't have a lot of stuff for the Varric costume. I didn't even have the wig for a period of time. I just used to wear sunglasses with red rims to represent the shadow that covers Varric's eyes. Over time, I realized things needed to change. I also didn't have the boot armor Varric wears. There are some smaller details too. I used to wear a darker shade of blue for the jeans and different belts at the time. Oh yeah, and the Planet Buster and Star Shield wasn't made until about a year after the initial armor was crafted. Is there any particular way that you imagine Varric's appearance? Is there any specific game or style that you really like his appearance in? As controversial as the Brandish Wreath and Steam manga is for some of its, interesting plot points, I'll have to go with that as my favorite design of Varric. Game-wise, I like his Brandish 3 design the best, but the hair is a bit funky. Not bad, but a little off. Wreath and Steam fixes that. Either way, I also like his Brandish 2 design, and I love the Planet Buster as a sword. So basically, I picture Varric as his design in Brandish 3, but with the Planet Buster instead of a regular bastard sword. And if anyone is curious, my least favorite design for Varric is probably the early designs of him in the first Brandish game where he had no red scarf. Do you prefer the Super Famicom version of Brandish 2 or the PC-98 version? Opinions on the respective fan translations. Well, this is a little hard to give an exact opinion on, as I never have played the PC98 ports of any Brandish game, although I have indeed watched a playthrough for the English patch of the PC98 version of Brandish 2. It's going to be a no-brainer that the PC98 version has better graphics, but I overall think I prefer most of the OST for the SNES version over the PC98 one. They're both equally good, it's kind of hard to tell. One reason I like the SNES more is because of nostalgia, so there's that. In terms of translations, I suppose the PC98 one is likely going to be more accurate as well, since the SNES version of Brandish 2 cut things to make the game fit on the cartridge. I have a question. When will Chris finally escape their fate of getting sent to their room at the end of every episode? Sadly, Chris is in the middle of an existential crisis in every episode of the Varric's Terrible Life series, and they are trapped in a loop of always going to their room during every episode. The cycle, it repeats. That being said, the only way for this cycle to break is if Juandale Cornelius Pringleton the 15th, aka Slippin' Jimmy, or quite simply, Jimmy, breaks out of prison. Let's hope this never happens. Are you making another FNAF Halloween hack joke vid? Assuming you're referring to the videos that I made where Varric goes to FNAF and fights Purple Guy, at the moment, I'm not sure. I have a good amount of ideas that I have come up with for Season 2, but so far no new ideas of the continuation with the Varric and FNAF storyline have come to mind. That being said though, I wouldn't necessarily say that Varric's return to Freddy's is the last time you'll see certain characters. After all, Purple Guy always comes back. We just don't know when. Well, that concludes this video's first ever Q&A session. I really enjoyed doing this, and I'm sorry that this came out so late. As for the live streaming situation, hopefully I can get that done in time for something like next year, but this was also a fun way to celebrate my channel's 3rd anniversary, even if it was uploaded later than it should have. Thank you to all of you who submitted a question. And like I said, if you guys are looking forward to me doing more Q&A videos, I'll definitely try to make more so. If you didn't get a chance to submit a question, don't be discouraged. In terms of new uploads, I would absolutely love to make another Halloween special for this year, though due to my occupations with Undertale Yellow Halloween Hack, I may not have the time to do that. But at least you'll be getting another episode to make up for it. I truly consider this series to be almost the magnum opus of not only my own hard work, but also for some of my friends whom I met on the internet when I first got my channel. This really is the true first ambitious collaborative project that we've gotten involved in. Please keep an eye out. With that, this is Daniel Movie Productions signing out. Thanks for watching.